Lesson number 1, you've got to feel it to heal it. Now, this has become a bit of a mantra for me over the years. And if you've ever had the opportunity to work with me either one-on-one or in a group container, you'll hear me say this a lot. Essentially, what I'm talking about here is the idea that our emotions are energy in motion. What that means is to be able to process any given emotion, whether that's a positive emotion or maybe an emotion that creates pain or discomfort or sadness. No matter what the emotion is, we have to be able to let it move through our body to be able to process and actually heal or learn from that given experience and that emotion. When we don't allow that process to occur because we're searching for something to make us feel better, and that could be maybe a drink, or maybe it's shopping, or maybe it's food. It definitely presents differently for all of us. But what happens is when we take the thing that stops us from processing the authentic emotion and we numb with something outside of ourselves, what happens is that emotion becomes stuck in the body because we're not allowing it to actually move through. Now, over time, this can become really detrimental. What it can almost cause is this emotional constipation where we feel blocked. And then what can happen is our emotions can come out sideways. And this might present in a mental health disorder like depression or anxiety or even ADHD. Or maybe it's just that you can't control your emotions. So you find that you'll blow up at any given moment, or you are prone to rage attacks. All of this is because of an inability to allow ourselves to process and feel emotions in real time. I know that processing emotions can feel really uncomfortable, but trust me, when we stop running and we start leaning into this discomfort, our bodies actually get better at being able to feel it and process it in a much smoother amount of time. So this is definitely something that I've had to learn how to do. I used alcohol from a really young age to numb my emotions. And if you haven't heard my story, you can go back to episode 1 of the podcast where I actually share my story and my timeline. That was definitely my go-to. And for anyone else listening out here today, maybe you relate to that, or maybe, like I said, it's something else. But what I've come to realize is that the emotion isn't a bad thing. And if I numb the emotion that's negative or uncomfortable, then I also numb the positive emotion or the emotion that feels good. So I'd much rather allow myself a life where I experience the full gamut of emotions. And if they are challenging, then you can use different tools to help you process them. You don't just have to sit there and white knuckle it. You know, there's incredible healing modalities like somatic healing, practices such as yoga, meditation. All of these beautiful tools can help you to move through that emotion in real time.